Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I set up the speaker strobe right there. And this is like a lot, but I'm going to break it down for you. First we're going to set up the speaker itself, then we're going to set up the strobe, then we're going to set up the pull station. So let's go over the items that you need first. First we're going to go over the essential items to power the speaker strobe, because there's a few items you need besides DC power, which actually you don't even use for the speaker, just for the strobe. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so this looks like a lot, but I'll break it down for you. So let's get started. So you gotta remember that this is a basic speaker strobe. It's basically just a speaker. This is more of a high quality speaker for some reason. But anyways, first you need an amplifier, because again, it's just a speaker. You can get a Kinter amplifier. It's actually pretty nice. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's like really nice. Set your settings, and then in the back of this, you have to set your wattage and voltage. Now, obviously, I recommend 25 volts over 70, and I recommend a higher wattage. I'll go ahead and do that real quick. I know for the Spectral or Advance speaker strobe, they have a they have a slider or something. I recommend the Advanced speaker strobe. I don't recommend the Simplex one, because there's a lot of models that you need to watch out for that might be addressable. And I could recommend this, but these are kind of hard to find. I just wanted one of these, but go with whatever you want. I just don't go with Simplex, okay? Because there's a lot of speaker strobes you need modules for, and there's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be harder to find one that doesn't need a module, that has a free run option like my other True Alert. But anyways, all right. So you need an amplifier. You need this. This is for if you have an iPhone, you have a newer one. Obviously, you already know what this is. And I'm gonna use my iPhone to discuss this in a minute, or to demonstrate this, so I'm gonna have to use my shitty quality iPad. But you need this because it doesn't have aux, so you gotta go ahead and put that in there real quick. And you can find these for about $5. They're not too expensive. Watch out where you get these from though, because these can come out of country, and this is gonna take you forever. Like 9 times out of 10, it's probably gonna be close to your state. So if you find a cheap one, don't get it. Just check where it's from, because it takes a long. I was gonna make this video like a few weeks later, because I almost bought an RCA cord from China, and the only reason I find that as a big problem is because that takes forever from out of country all the way back here. So yeah, and you need wires, because the speaker at the end of the day still needs wires. So yeah. So with that, let's go ahead and get all these wires put together. So we'll go ahead and put the wires here. So these are terminals right here. I'll go ahead and, you know what to do right there, but I'll go ahead and jump cut to when I'm done. All right, with that connected, go ahead and take the other side of the wires and wire it onto the terminals that say speaker. You gotta remember, this is a true 4-wire, so it's not gonna power the strobe at the same time. It's only gonna power the speaker. So go ahead and put that there, and yeah, I'll jump cut to it. All right, with that all wired up, let's go ahead and plug in the amplifier. And I'm gonna have to switch cameras so I can kind of demonstrate to you how this works. Let's go ahead and plug that in right here. Turn it on. There you go. All right, I'm gonna switch cameras. Okay, I got it all hooked up right here. I know quality switch, but we're using the WeLock voice evacuation, which is on YouTube, to prove that I have it on YouTube. Matter of fact, I can go ahead and show you real quick. There's a lot of voice evacs. You just have to look up Simplex voice evac if you wanted the one that I showed yesterday. Oh, hold on. Let me restart it.
May I have your attention, please? A fire emergency has been reported in the building. While this is being verified, please leave the building by the nearest exit. Do not use the elevators.
It's a notifier one that popped up. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and go over how to hook all this up, and this is just to get the strobe to work. Now you could basically just use these 2 wires and connect it to here, but I know a lot of people want to connect a pull station to it. And the reason I'm not using the notifier is because that's on a back box, and that's kind of annoying to set up, and I don't feel like taking the back box off right now and doing all that extra work, because that was a nightmare to set up yesterday. I hated setting that up yesterday. So we're gonna go ahead and hook up the strobe. I'll show you how to do it with just basic DC power, which is really easy, and then I'll show you how to add a pull station to it, and we're gonna switch quality because it's easier. Let's go. All right, so for this, you could just use batteries and basic testing clamps. We're going to go over the pull station in just a minute, but if you really just want to power the strobe by itself without having to do anything, really all you got to do is just put testing clamp. I recommend testing clamps if you're doing stuff like this. If you're hooking up to a board, I recommend wires because it's easier. But if you're doing alarm tests, like, I don't know, like, you know how SCR Safety does it or how New Age Server Alarm does it, then yeah, I would recommend these right here. Keep in mind, this is only going to power the strobe. I assume that if you try powering it the speaker, it's just going to pretend like the clamps are a microphone and then start playing out of the speaker. But yeah, this is really like cool. I'm glad like this is able to be done by people without panels, because I know there's a lot of people who want to do voice evacuation. You know, mess around with it. It's an exciting thing, but once we apply power, there you go. So let's go ahead and show you how to put it up to a pull station. I actually did not do a tutorial video on even how to hook these up in the beginning. But first off, usually I keep my power for this alarm to go here. It's going to be positive, and for the pull station, it's going to be negative. I learned this from SCR Safety's video. Go ahead and check that out. Credits to him for helping me do this. But it's not really that hard, really, if anything. So we're going to show you how to jump simplex power to this. So when it's connected to here, this can set off the strobe, and then I'll show you the whole thing together. It looks complex, but it's not. It's really not that hard. It just looks a lot complex looking at everything. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so I got the pull station hooked up. Basically what I did right here is I put the negative on whatever terminal. You can put it on any terminal. And then I put the transfer cable, which goes ahead and goes inside the negative terminal of this alarm, which then jumps the power from this to make this a switch and to make this strobe go off when I pull it. So yeah, and what you basically do there is you just apply negative and positive power, and it shouldn't go off unless you activate the pull station, which is how I have all of my fire alarms wired up. So let's go ahead and show you. And when you reset it, shuts right off. That's how I have it always set up. I think I did a diagram, but I didn't actually do an official tutorial. So we're going to go ahead and show you this entire thing put together, and yeah, quality change. Let's go. All right, with that all put together and the amplifier turned back on, let's go ahead and pull it.
May I have your attention, please? A fire emergency has been reported in the building. While this is being verified, please leave the building by the nearest exit. Do not use the elevators.
I'm gonna let it cycle.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? A fire has been reported in the building. A fire has been reported in the building. Please proceed to the stairways and exit the building. Do not use the elevators.
One more.
May I have your attention, please?
Okay, never mind. Let's switch that real quick. I did not like the tone in the beginning anyway, so let's do that.
Attention, attention. An emergency has been reported in this building. Please cease operations and leave the building utilizing the nearest exit or fire exit stairway. Do not use elevators. Repeat, do not use elevators.
Alright, I'm going to play another one, but I'm going to have to turn off the volume just in case it plays. Okay, there you go. We're going to do an EAS alarm. And no, we're not doing the American one. You know what would be cool? Let's pull it. Let's just say that there's like a, I don't know, some type of strike or something. I don't know, like a... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something pretty cool. Hold on a second. Alright, I present to you guys the intruder alarm. Yes, I know I'm still using fire strobe, but I don't have anything else to place hold in. I just wanted to pull this down and have something flash. Whatever. Anyways, let's go.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know why you in my house, bro. Can you leave, please? Cause like, I don't like being waking up, bro. I'm probably in a deep ass sleep right now. Yeah, I'll play you some music. Maybe you'll leave. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck you want from me. I'm broke as hell, bro. I don't know what you talking about. In New York, I'm in Lil Rock. I didn't in my socks. Running from my up, and I shoot at.
Bro, are you serious? Fine.